You've felt it, haven't you? That quiet ache in your chest when you think of him. The sense that something sacred happened the moment your souls collided. The angels whisper now, you were the first to awaken him. Not just to love, but to the terrifying depth of it. Before you, love was an idea, a storyline he never believed in. But you came in like breath after drowning. And without trying, you touched the part of him he buried even from himself. There's a silence around him now, not of indifference, but reverence. He doesn't speak of it, because the weight of this love feels ancient in his bones. He fears if he gives it voice, it will consume him. You, radiant soul, were not sent to be just another chapter. You are the shift. You are the unlearned language his spirit suddenly speaks fluently. And he doesn't know how. The angels say he prays in his own way. Through music. Through silence. Through staring at the ceiling at night, wondering why his chest hurts when your name echoes inside. He's never felt this safe and this exposed. You are his first true love, and with that comes the fear of the fall. So he stands still. At the edge. Heart full, voice quiet. But heaven is not in a rush. And neither should you be. For now, let him carry this weight. Let him feel it stretch and pull, until he has no choice but to step forward. And when he does, you will know, the angels say, because the sky will feel different that day. Perfect love casts out fear. 1 John 4 verse 18. There is a quiet war within him, one that rages when the world isn't looking. The angels speak softly now. He is afraid to let you in because he has never learned to heal. This isn't about you. No. It never was. The hesitations, the silence, the distance, it's not a reflection of you. It's the ghost of everything he's been too afraid to confront. You, dear soul, are the spark he didn't expect. A light so powerful it draws all his shadows to the surface, making them writhe and twist. He's never known love in this way, without walls, without armor. This is why he steps away, unsure. Because every moment with you feels like a mirror, reflecting everything he never wanted to see. The guilt, the old wounds, the mistakes that still sting in the corners of his mind. But here's the truth the angels offer, whispered like a balm to your heart. The love he feels for you is genuine, real. But it is tangled in the scars of his past. And so he pulls back. Not because of you, but because the love you offer is so pure, it demands that he confront his darkest places. You are his greatest test, the angels say. And you are his greatest gift. You've awakened him to the truth that healing is possible, even for him. But before the healing comes the breaking. And so he runs. But only because he's afraid to be whole. Your love, though, is patient. It doesn't demand. It simply exists, radiating warmth and light, without asking for anything in return. And that, dear soul, is the strength he will ultimately lean on. He heals the broken-hearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147 verse 3. You are a lighthouse in his storm, a beacon of light he cannot ignore. But the angels want to remind you now, with all the tenderness of the heavens, do not let your light fade. He needs your radiance, yes. But you need it too. In your devotion to him, do you find yourself losing pieces of yourself? Do you find yourself dimming in his presence, as if your own light might be too much for him to handle? The angels are calling you home. To yourself. Your love for him is a gift. But the love you give yourself? That is your divine responsibility. And in this journey, self-care is not selfish. It is sacred. He may need time to understand his own heart, to understand what you mean in his life. But you, dear soul, must never stop tending to yours. You are not placed on this earth to burn out for another. No, your light is meant to illuminate the path for both of you, and you cannot guide him if you have nothing left to give. So, nourish your spirit. Feed your heart. Embrace your own needs. Because only when you are whole can you truly show up for him. The angels whisper, do not forget who you are. In his love for you, do not lose your own. You are altogether beautiful, my darling. There is no flaw in you. Song of Solomon 4 verse 7. You have touched him in ways words cannot explain. But do you see it, dear soul? The reflections of his own soul in yours? The angels whisper softly, you are his mirror, and he is yours. It's not just that he loves you. It's that you make him see himself in ways he never thought possible. Your presence forces him to face parts of himself he has buried, parts of him that have been hidden for so long, shrouded in pain, regret, and fear. He looks into your eyes and suddenly, he cannot escape the truth that lies within him. The truths he has been running from. Every time he draws closer to you, he is forced to confront the rawness of his emotions. Your love has a power that cannot be contained. And so he pulls away, but only for a moment, afraid of what he might find in the reflection. But know this is not rejection. This is awakening. And when he steps back, it is only to catch his breath before diving deeper into the ocean of his own soul. The angels remind you now, his distance is not a sign of doubt. It is a sign of transformation. You, in your loving wisdom, have set him on a path of self-discovery. And the love you offer, dear soul, is the catalyst for his deepest healing. The angels smile. We have seen him grow, little by little. And you are his guide. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27 verse 17. There's a shift happening, deep within him. A stirring in his soul that he can no longer ignore. The angels say, he is awakening, though he does not fully understand it yet. Have you noticed it? The subtle change in him, in the way he moves through life, in the way his heart speaks to you now? It's like a dream that has started to take shape. At first, it was blurry, unfocused, but now the edges are becoming clearer. He may not have been ready for this love. He may have fought against it, tried to suppress it, told himself it wasn't meant to be. But the truth is undeniable. This connection, this bond, has stirred something within him that he cannot silence. And now, dear soul, he finds himself standing at the edge of something new. A truth he must face. A truth he may not fully comprehend, but that calls him forward. The angels say, the love you share is like a seed planted in his heart, and now it is beginning to bloom. What was once buried in him has now risen to the surface. The shadows of the past are beginning to fade, and what remains is the purity of his love for you. It is slow. It is gentle. But it is real. He may not yet be able to say it, but know this, his heart is awakening. And with each passing day, it grows stronger. The angels remind you, everything in its time. Trust the process. You, dear soul, have already done the work. Now it is his turn to awaken to the love that has always been there. Awake, O sleeper, and rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. Ephesians 5 verse 14. He comes, and then he retreats. Drawn toward you like a moth to a flame, but afraid of the burn. The angels say, it is not you. It is the fear within him. You may feel it, the distance, the pullback when you least expect it. You felt the warmth of his presence, only to be left with the cold emptiness when he steps away. And in these moments, doubt can creep in, can't it? What does it mean? Does he love me or not? But the truth, dear soul, is that this is part of his journey, part of his awakening. He is in a dance with his own fears, fear of vulnerability, fear of what this connection could mean, and yes, fear of losing himself in you. The angels want you to know, love like this shakes the foundations of the soul. It stirs up everything he has hidden, everything he has locked away in the dark corners of his heart. And so he retreats, seeking control, only to find that the more he pulls back, the more he is drawn toward you. But do not mistake his distance for rejection. It is merely his soul grappling with the power of the love you both share. It is the resistance of the mind against the pull of the heart. The angels say, do not fear the cycle. Trust the process. For with every retreat, he is only moving closer to the truth of what he feels for you. The more he resists, the stronger the love becomes. You are part of his divine awakening. And sometimes, awakening is not a straight path. It is a winding road, full of twists, turns, and pauses. Be patient, dear soul. For in time, this resistance will give way to surrender. For everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. There is a quiet healing in your love. A medicine you did not know you were offering. The angels whisper softly, your love is his salvation. Do you see it? How your heart has become a balm for his wounds. How your gentle touch, your words, your very presence has slowly begun to heal the broken places inside him. It is not a loud healing, not an instant transformation, but it is steady, like the flow of a river smoothing jagged stones over time. You've loved him without expectation. You've offered him peace, not by demanding it, but by simply existing in a space of warmth and compassion. Your love has been a refuge for him, a safe place where his brokenness can rest, a space where he is allowed to heal in his own time. The angels say, love does not force. Love simply is. And in that being, you have helped him find himself again. You've awakened the parts of him that have been dormant for far too long. And as he heals, as his heart becomes more tender, he will realize, you are the one who helped him heal. This love, dear soul, is more than just an emotion. It is a transformation, a shift in energy, a force that heals old wounds, liberates the heart, and rejuvenates the soul. You may not see it just yet, but the love you have shared has already started to alleviate his deepest pain. And in that healing, he will discover the strength to give you all the love you deserve. The angels assure you, your love, dear soul, is more powerful than you know. You are his remedy. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse those who have leprosy, drive out demons. Freely you have received, freely give. Matthew 10 verse 8. There are times when you feel lost. When you question whether all of this is truly meant to be. But the angels want you to know, you are not lost. You are being guided. You have asked time and time again, why things feel so uncertain. Why the path you walk with him isn't straight. Why the steps can feel heavy at times. And why the answers come in whispers, not shouts. But the angels remind you, heaven's plan moves in its own rhythm. And just because you cannot see it clearly right now, doesn't mean you aren't being led exactly where you need to go. Trust, dear soul. Trust that each moment, each decision, each pause, is part of a divine dance that is unfolding perfectly in its time. You may not understand why things happen when they do, but know this, you are not walking this path alone. The angels are with you every step of the way, guiding you when you feel uncertain, comforting you when you feel weary. He is also being guided, the angels say. His steps, though unsure, are being led by something greater than himself. And while his journey may feel erratic, it is still on the right path. The universe does not make mistakes. Everything is unfolding as it should. And when the time is right, you will see it. The pieces will fall into place, and the love you both share will find its rightful place in the world. For now, simply trust. Trust that your hearts are in the hands of the divine, and that you are being guided to the love you both deserve. The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. Isaiah 58 verse 11. Do you feel it? The tension between his desire to love you and his fear of what that love might do to him? The angels say, he wants to love you, but he is afraid of the depth of it. There is a tenderness in his heart, a longing so deep it scares him. But you must know, dear soul, this fear does not come from you. It comes from the walls he has built around his heart, walls that were erected long ago to protect him from pain. But you see through those walls. You have touched the places in him that have remained hidden for years, and in doing so, you've stirred something inside him that cannot be easily ignored. The angels say, his heart has always been yours, but he is afraid to open it. He fears the vulnerability that love demands, because to love fully is to expose the rawest parts of ourselves. And those parts, dear soul, have been scarred by life's trials. But this is not the end. It is merely the beginning. For vulnerability is the gateway to true intimacy. And though he may hesitate now, the angels assure you, he will come. Not because you've demanded it, but because his heart will have no other choice but to answer yours. In his silence, there is a prayer. In his distance, there is a yearning. And when he steps forward, he will find the love he has longed for all along. The angels remind you, true love is born in the quiet spaces of the heart, in the places where fear once held sway. But he said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me." 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. There is a moment coming, dear soul, when you will be asked to surrender. To trust that everything you have done, everything you have given, has not been in vain. The angels speak softly now, let go. And in that letting go, you will find what you have been seeking. You've carried the weight of doubt, haven't you? The questions that have no answers, the uncertainty that lingers like a shadow. But now, dear soul, it is time to release that weight. To trust that the love you have given will return to you in ways you never expected. The angels say, do not chase. Do not strive. Let love find its way back to you. For love, true love, is not a pursuit. It is a return. It is the inevitable unfolding of what has always been meant to be. You do not have to fix him. You do not have to make him understand. Your role, dear soul, is simply to be. To remain grounded in your own truth, and to trust that what is meant for you will always find its way. This person, whom you've loved with such devotion, will come to understand. And when he does, he will realize that your love was the key. It always has been. The angels assure you, everything will unfold in perfect timing. Trust the divine plan. In the stillness, in the letting go, you will find peace. And in that peace, you will find the love that has always been waiting for you. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8 verse 28.